Hi there. Now I'm gonna teach you how to fix that irritating verification failed when you're trying to sign up on your Apple ID. So first things first, guys, I want you to secure a pen and a paper to write down the steps properly, and please follow them accordingly, okay? Do not skip one step and go straight ahead for step number 5 or step number 7 or something like that. Please follow them accordingly so you will have the best results, or we can fix that problem for you, okay? So let's get right into it. First things first, I want you to show what is the error message. It should look like this. It means like verification failed, this Apple ID is not active, or it should also look like this: verification failed, this person is not active. They might state different, but technically they're just the same. So what does it mean when it says it's not active, or why are we receiving this message? Why are we being blocked out? There might be a few reasons behind this, but the number one reason among all of the users is there is a payment related conflict. Excuse me. So first things first, you may have a delay payment, you may have a failed payment for your subscription or your cellular data, something like that. Apple blocks your account until you pay that properly. That is the top one reason why Apple is holding back your Apple ID access until further notice once you pay for it. And the second reason is security purposes. What do I mean when I say security purposes? So security purposes is, for example, Apple detected an unfamiliar activity on your Apple. For example, you're browsing unfamiliar websites like the one that has viruses or something like that, or your activity is different. For example, you're using your phone 24/7 or something like that. You're accessing sensitive files, something like that. So Apple will block your access to your Apple ID when it sends an unfamiliar activity. That is the reason why usually we have this error message, okay? Now, what to do? Step 1, guys, please write this down. I want you to force restart your phone. How do we force restart our iPhone? It is done by hand. There is no software involved, there is no hardware, so you can just do it manually by your hand. So please place your fingers on the lower button, on the lower volume button I mean, and on the power button at the same time, and then click them at the same time, hold them, and you might see the please slide shutdown message. Do not slide it, okay? Keep holding until your phone turns black or shuts down, and keep holding until the Apple logo comes back on. You will only release those two fingers when you see your Apple logo comes back. Got it? So again, press the low volume button and power button at the same time. Keep holding it until your phone shuts down. You only remove your fingers once you see your Apple logo comes back on. Got it? So what does it do? Force restart, it reboots the phone and RAM, refreshes the phone. Technically, it refreshes your system. That might work for your Apple ID because sometimes it's just having a conflict on the connection on the Apple system. That's why it's having an error on logging you in. Now, step 2. I want you to open your Safari or any browser that you have here and just type Apple system page. We're gonna check any system update. So just type Apple system status page. Now from here, it will give you a few results. Just click on the very first one. Just give it a second to load here. So once you open this one, it will give you a brief scan on your phone, or it will give you an update on the Apple system also. So it says here all services are operating normally. And as you can see here, if you're experiencing an issue not listed here, contact support. It already gives you an option to contact support. So let's check on the list. What are the lists here? Click on this icon right here, the plus icon. Let's click on that one. Now once you click on that one, it will give you a drop down a few. Actually, there's a lot of options here. I want you to check everything here. It should says that everything is available, but the most important things to check here is the Apple Store and the Apple ID. So let's check for Apple Store. So I cannot see Apple Store on my end. Let's check on it. Give me a second. There you go, it's the very first one. So Apple Store is available, that's good. Now let's look for Apple ID. It's also available, but for somehow on your end it says unavailable for Apple ID or unavailable for Apple Store. The first reason might be they're just being shut down for temporary maintenance. It will come back in a few hours. But if not, like after a few days still down, I want you to contact support, which is this one right here. Just click contact support. I'm sorry, I misclicked. Just click contact support here if your availability is still unavailable after a few days. Okay. Now moving on. Once you type on that one, I want you now to look for applied. I'm sorry, it's not applied. It's Apple ID.apple.com. Again, it's appleid.apple.com. What are we gonna do here? For example, we already checked the system's update and everything is good, and you're still having a problem logging in into your Apple ID. I want you to go here. So technically, it's just accessing your Apple ID or your Apple account via browser. Okay, just sign in here. Once you click sign in, it will ask you for your email, your password, something like that. Now from here, you can sign in, and if you don't have your password yet, this is the good part over here. Since you're using a browser, you're gonna have the option to manage your account here. Since you're having an error message, a valid login, something like that, the one earlier, I want you to forget your Apple ID password here. I want you to click on your Apple ID, then forget password. In that sense, it will send you a link to your email that you can access via your email or active email, and just follow the steps from there. It will give you a new password. Now, if you got a new password set, try logging in on your Apple ID that time. I'm sure that 90% by that time it will work. You can solve the problem. Okay. Now, and by chance, if that's not working, I want you to go on settings. Let's just say that process still not working. I want you to go on settings, go on general, and look for software update. Now, usually this is one of the main troubleshooting process. Every troubleshooting process has this software update because it's really important for you guys to keep your software up to date. Now, as you can see here, the latest version is 16.4.1 available for iOS. If this is not your software available on your end, please update it. But in some cases, I think iPhone 8 below, from iPhone 8, iPhone 7 or 6, they won't have iOS 16. They will only have iOS 15. Still, they're still receiving from security updates, Apple ID updates, something like that. Please, if you have those kinds of software update, please update it. Always keep your phone up to date. Now, once you keep your phone up to date and you change your password like earlier process, I can assure you that 95% now you should be solving your problem. Okay? Now, just by in a reason that it's still not working, stay on the general section of the settings and look for date and time. It should be this one right here. Click on it. Now, I want you to match your local time on your phone versus the time here. Setting your time automatically is also good, but if it's not being aligned with your local time, I suggest you set it manually. You can just set it automatically or manually over here, and please check your time zone properly if it's on the same area. As you can see here, my time zone in Manila, so you can change it to your end if it's not correct. Okay, so technically I want you to calibrate your date and time settings here to the right one that you have on your area. Now that should work 99% as of now. That should solve your problem 99%. But however, we still have that 1% persisting problem. If that's the case, we did all of our steps here. We did them accordingly. For the last one, I want you to contact Apple support. This is the time that Apple should intervene. How to do that? Go to browser, just type Apple support help. That's it. Just Apple support help. Those three keywords combined will give you a result of contact official Apple support or of official Apple support. But in some cases, I want you to click on this number. What is Apple services? This should be the number you're calling. to have a live agent support you. Do not go here, guys. This, they will give you a workaround. They will give you like they will keep you in a loop. So I want you to go straight here. Call this number, contact Apple support if your problem is still persisting. But I'm really confident that we can fix your problem as of now. Anyway, that's how to fix verification failed when you're trying to log in on your Apple ID. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.